Hello and welcome to The Legend of Zelda, Oracle of Seasons. My name is Jeff Lars, and I'll be your host on this wonderful journey through this fabulous game. So let's go ahead and hit the start button. You kind viewers out there were nice enough to suggest a name for me and NHSTL6 to use for our hero, and for some reason you guys really had a love of the name Steve. I don't quite get it. Don't get me wrong, it's a decent name. I just feel like I might be missing a joke here, but Steve it is, so let's go ahead, crank the message speed up, and begin. As you saw in the intro movie, our hero Steve went and visited the Triforce, and got sucked into some sort of, dimension. I don't really know what's going on yet, but let's just see how it plays out. Seems like a nice lady found us and dragged us out of our passed out state. I guess she didn't drag us all that far. It's about one screen, 20 feet or so, if I had to take a guess. But anyways, let's go to the right. Look at this. It's a little party. All these wonderful, nice-looking people. Let's talk to this guy who's clearly not drinking beer. Alright, let's see what Fat Lady has to say. Impa, you say? Alright, so Impa says that Miss Redhair over there is the one who rescued Steve out of his little nap, if you will. Let's check out what everybody else has to say before talking to the dancer herself. Well, I guess Din's a pretty awesome lady, according to them. She might have a thing for Steve. Hey, Steve, you should go get your game on there, man. See what Din has to say. Yeah, mystery surrounds us. You're perfectly normal, Din. But yeah, let's dance for a little bit. Steve knows how to party. Likes to rage. You know, a college kid doing his thing. Alright, enough of that. See, let's go. Let's just talk to Din. We get treated to a nice little picture here. You can see Steve's Triforce on his left hand, and geez, that's a big bracelet, Din. How are you not breaking your wrist every 5 minutes? Man, that's a big bracelet. Also, how's it not falling off? Anyways. Oh, I guess Din didn't notice the Triforce. Clearly Steve's a hero. What a guy, that's Steve. No, we'll just keep dancing for a while. Nothing bad could happen at all. So, usually when blue lightning starts crashing down, that means your party's just about over. Oracle of Seasons? That sounds like a subtitle to a game. Looks like this blue tornado here is Onyx, the General of Darkness, who will clearly be our antagonist for some time. And, yeah, no, Steve, you're not quite powerful enough to take on a blue tornado quite yet. It's endgame stuff, my friend. And that lovely golden back of the pointy-headed man there, that is Onyx, the General of Darkness, who, he clearly doesn't like the seasons all too much. And guess he really wants to keep Din from doing her thing. And, like any good female in need of rescue in the Legend of Zelda series, our good friend Din has been trapped in a crystal. How creative. So, as Onyx just mentioned, this right here, this giant building you see sinking into the earth, is the Temple of Seasons. Clearly a place that is unimportant in the game, but he really doesn't like it so much, so he's gonna sink it underground and send the world into chaos. That's just great, Onyx. Thanks for telling us what we already know, lady. Well, I suppose the whole thing about you being Zelda's nurse is kinda important, I suppose. Alright, so it looks like since fat old imp over there hurt herself, probably just twisted her ankle or something, is too lazy to go and save this lovely land of Holodrum, so it's up to Steve now. We're gonna go to the south and check out this wintry village. What's up, lady? Horon Village, to be precise. So, this is Horon Village. This is going to be our hub, if you will. The Maku tree is to southeast, but we're gonna just dink around a little bit, because, you know, I'm in no rush. Link's just chilling out in the wintertime. He's kind of relaxing, so let's just see what the town has to offer. In here, you'll find the know-it-all birds. These serve as your sort of manual within the game, a tutorial, I suppose. So if you don't really know how to play a 2D Zelda game, and this is where you want to be. You can talk to all these colorful birds and see what's up. I've already played a number of these, so I don't really feel like talking to them. And this lady, like everybody else, is just going to complain about the seasons, so talking to most people in the town is kind of pointless at this stage. To the east, though, there's something pretty interesting. This house right here. Hello. The mayor, you say? Alright, so this mayor's fascinated with some sort of nut. Let's see what Mr. Moustache over here has to say about nuts. Now, he's essentially just explaining one of the big gimmicks of this game, and those are the gacha seeds. Gacha seeds are these teardrop-shaped things that are seeds, I mean, clearly seeds in the name, but you plant them all over the world, and we'll see one in just a second. There we go. We got a gacha seed. So we go and plant these in soft soil, and eventually they will grow into a large tree, and there'll be a prize inside. So basically, it's just a way to grab goodies along your journey. So if you find some soft soil that looks like this, go up to and press A if you have a gacha seed on hand, and go ahead and plant it. Now, what you need to do to have it grow is go out into the world and kill a bunch of monsters. And then the prize you get is random, slightly random. It's based on where you plant it. There are rarer spots and not so rare spots. I don't really know too much of the real nitty-gritty of gacha seed planting. But you can get all sorts of prizes, ranging from rupees to rings to even a heart piece, which is going to be the bane of my existence in the near future. So let's see what else is in the town. There's a giant snowbank, a dude, clock shop, regular shop, and those two shops we'll deal with later. I mean, it's not really a big deal to deal with them right now. And over here we got a treasure chest behind some stone mushrooms. We won't be getting that for a while, that's for sure. Let's check out what's in this house. This guy is pretty elated, it seems. He has no qualms with pushing Steve right around. Ouch. Alright, let's just talk to him. Pippin. Alright, so Bippin and Blossom just had a bouncing baby boy. Let's see what Blossom has to say. She can't choose a name. Well, that's something me and her have in common. As NHS DL6 and I requested, you guys were kind enough to suggest a whole mess of names for the baby as well as the hero, and we got a lot of suggestions for to name the baby McFly. Now, I'm sure most of you suggested that know that another Let's Player, OdinSback33, used the name McFly in his Let's Play of Oracle of Seasons, and Ages for that matter. So we decided, rather than using the same name, we're going to do the inverse of McFly, and name him Marty. So it is our task to help Bippin and Blossom raise Marty throughout the game. So we'll be coming back to this house periodically to give advice on how to turn Marty into a strapping young lad. And we might need your help for that because, okay, I don't know much about raising a baby. Anyways, we got an old dude down there. Guy with a flame right here. Hero's Cave. Hero's Sword. Clearly unimportant items. I mean, no one's ever found it. Must be impossible to find. Here we have the ring shop. Not gonna deal with this right now. We'll talk about that later. Rings play a pretty important part in the game, and I'll save that till we actually have some rings before I start discussing them. So here's the entrance to the Maku tree, which, there's a big old wooden slab right here. Not much Steve can do about that. Yeah, that's right, Steve. You can't push it over. Let's see what the sign has to say. Show some courage. Does this Triforce thing on my fist do it? No, it doesn't. Clearly, we've got to go find some courage. And as all of you should probably know, best way to show courage is to have a weapon. No, not really. That's actually not true in any way, shape, or form. But, you know, I mean, if Steve is going to go out slaying monsters and saving an oracle, should probably get some sort of a weapon. Now, the old man mentioned the Hero's Cave to the west, so let's head down that way. And there's a fairies fountain. We'll probably visit that on the way out. Steve's got to use some fancy footwork for the moment, because he's going to need to dodge a whole mess of enemies here in the Hero's Cave. Alright, those are a bunch of keys. A little embarrassing fact, I was doing a practice run of this just to make sure I knew what I was doing, and I actually died in the Hero's Cave. You guys can laugh it up if you want, but that's alright. It's a pretty simple, standard introductory dungeon, just to explain some basic mechanics like block pushing and keys and the like. I guess at this point I'll explain some of the differences between the Oracle of... Whoop. And it begins. The Oracle of Seasons and Oracle of Ages games. They're pretty similar games using, for the most part, the same assets, so visually they look almost identical. But the main difference lies in the gameplay, and Seasons is a little bit more combat-focused, while Ages is a little bit more puzzle-focused. I'm going to snag our first small key. So you can see the keys are displayed up on the top subscreen, which is pretty nice. But as I was saying, there's a lot more of a combat focus in Oracle of Seasons, and I personally like that a little bit more than Ages. I'm more of an action kind of guy than a puzzle guy. It's not that I don't like thinking, it's just, you know, I like fighting dudes. What can I say? So let's take care of this devious puzzle again and head down this way. I really don't know how I died on this my first time through. It's really a simple dungeon. Now here we have two types of gels. Small ones don't hurt you, they just slow you down. Big ones can hurt you. Just thought I'd point that out in case anybody was wondering. But here we go. Final room of the dungeon. And we find the wooden sword. That item nobody has ever been able to find, ever before. Very, very difficult to find. But, nonetheless, it is an awesome weapon. And I'm going to do something I believe almost everybody should do. Put the sword on the A button. People who put the sword on the B button are just crazy. Look at that. Octoroks, no more. We'll just head up here and slay these dudes real quick. And head down this hole. Because there's a little treat inside if you do. 30 rupees. That's nothing too amazing, but hey, every rupee counts. And for the third time, difficult puzzle. So now that we have our courage, we can go ahead and visit the Maku tree. Let's see. Actually, with 40 rupees, I might stop by the shop first. see if we can pick something up. Oh, and it looks like the seasons have changed. Originally it was winter, and now it is summer. So this is just proof that General Onyx has indeed screwed up the seasons real good. So we can't have that happening, can we? Anyways, shop's down here, isn't it? Yeah, there we go. Let's see what you have for sale. Bombs and a shield. I think I'll take the shield for now. We probably get bombs later. 30 rupees for the wooden shield. I can't attack in here, can I? There we go. Dance, Link, dance. Unfortunately, you can't steal anything from the shop in this game, unlike in Link's Awakening, but you know, that's alright. Link is not a thief. He's just a nice guy trying to get by in life. So with our charge, spin attack, and shield ready, let's go do another spin attack and open the gate. And here is the Maku Tree, who is in fact a man, whereas in Oracle of Ages the Maku Tree is a female. But anyways, he's asleep right now, so let's ruin his day, wake him up. Clearly the Maku Tree is not very observant. He did not notice the fact that everything was all messed up in the game while he was asleep. I guess Steve has to do the work of someone else again, saving Din, just like Impa asked. All these lazy people. But Steve's a good guy. He's willing to do it. And of course, the Maku Tree speaks of the 8 essences of nature, which are the 8 MacGuffins that Link has to go after in order to... Don't you dare repeat that. In order to go ahead and save Din. And it'll give us one more present, a key, to go to the big old route up in the north. So, Steve's gonna grab this key, the gnarled key, and the Maku Tree's gonna go back to sleep. Shield do anything against the bubble? No. No. Anyways. Let's head up north and see what this first dungeon has to offer. Alright, I think we're going to be heading back past Impa, yeah. You have anything different to say? Yeah, she saw a gnarled root. Of course, there can only be one gnarled root in this entire land of Holodrum. Here's another gaseous seed patch. If you did not plant the seed from earlier by the mayor's house, I don't really know if there's any real difference between the two. Oh look, this is where Din brought us earlier. Anything left over here? Just a bunch of Octoroks. Bummer. There we go, that's a gnarled root if I ever saw one. Let's go ahead and put the key in. And there it is, folks. Dungeon 1, Gnarled Root Cave. I think it's a cave, I'm not quite sure. But we're gonna save the dungeon crawling to next time, so thank you all for watching. See you later.